Okay, let's take a tour of my math lab, or lots of people call it Course Compass. So let's go ahead and open up the internet, and you can go to www.coursecompass.com, or I like to take a little bit of a shortcut. Let me go back and put portal. It says portalmypearson.com, and that takes you right to, well, it should take you, I thought it took you to this. Yep, see, portalmypearson.com. It should come here, and then that way you can do your username and your password and sign in. So slow down. 2, 3, 4. And this is what will pop up is your class. And so we're going to click on it. This is your home page. Says what's new or due. And so we do see that we're going to have a calendar here, and I'm recording this quite early, but when you scroll over to June, where we will be when this class begins, you'll start seeing some little icons pop up to telling you what's due. And you've got a quiz 1, and for us to do the quiz, you've got to do the homework. So the other thing on this page, we have announcements here from MyMathLab from Pearson or Course Compass. How to enter answers is a good place. I would like for you to go and look at this. It's a little tour, so it'd be a good tour for you to take. Here is a message from me. Below that message will be a message from me, and welcome to your online homework. For a brief tour, I also suggest you go up above, and then be sure to pay attention to deadlines, and we will hit the more button to be able to read the whole thing. And so you do want to look here, pay attention, because I will be adding new announcements as the semester goes along, and I will also email them to you, so it's also important for you to check your email, your student email often, especially if you're in a summer class. And so here I go ahead and briefly tell you about some things about your homework. Here you need to make a 70 on each module quiz. You'll have a quiz at the end of each week before you can take the unit test. You'll have 3 tests. If you do not get every quiz done, then you'll need to make an 85 on each section of homework to be able to take the test. But to be able to take the quiz, you have to make a 70 on every section of homework to be able to take the quiz. So you do want to pay attention to what you're reading, understand all the details of the syllabus and what is expected. And so again, this is just another place where I've written several things for you to be aware of. If you're at home and you have problems with your computer, here is the number to call, Course Compass Tech Support. If you have problems with your homework, hit the Ask My Instructor button, or send me an email to my work email through your student email. If you want more help, we've got a math lab at MCC. There's also something called Smart Thinking through Blackboard. So when you log into Blackboard, if you'll look at the top, there's a tab that says Smart Thinking. If you'll click on it and follow the directions there, there is tutoring available to you free, and it's supposed to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's a good place to get started if you're at home and having problems. The next button we're going to look at is the homework button. Here, online homework orientation, I want you to do this first. You'll click on that, and then a page will pop up here, and we'll click on the first question. And all of your homework pages will look like this. Occasionally an instructor tip will pop up. Here's a little time saver tip is to use the enter button on your keyboard to move through the problems faster. Hit enter instead of check answer, and then you'll hit it again to clear the good job or sorry box. If you hit it a third time, it will move you to the next problem. If you click on similar exercise, you'll get another problem like the one you just did. So you can just close out of that, and you'll answer questions, or here it's just they're talking, so we'll continue, and more explanations, so continue. And you're going to come back and do this. I'm just kind of giving you a brief tour of what's in here. So here it says type the number 1 in the box, and so I'm going to put a number 1, and then did you notice that these were light, now they're dark? And this is what I was talking about. We can hit the check answer button, and then you'll get a box that tells you nice work, and you can go here and click it, and then this is going to move. But if I want to move to the next problem, I'd have to either hit continue or the number 2, and it gives me a warning. Am I sure that I want to leave? And yes, I am. So I didn't quite get that one finished. And again, the same time saver. Use the enter button on your keyboard to submit answers. So I'm going to close out of this, and up here I can close out of this, and it says yes, I want to leave the page, and I'd go back to my home page. So I want to go in there again, and let's look at another homework. Let's go to the 2.1, and here you would have this page with all the questions. We'll go here. Sometimes you'll have multiple choice or a pull down menu. The numbers -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 are called integers. And so we'll scroll down there and click, well, let's see, scroll down and click, and so called integers. And then here we're going to try out, I'm just going to hit the enter button. I'm not going to go down to the check answer, just enter. Tells me nice work, and so I can hit done with my arrow, or I can hit enter and it clears the box, and I'm still on number 1, but if I hit enter again, it'll move me to number 2. And then notice over here that if you have a question, you can hit ask my instructor, and it will send this problem to me. And then you could do a textbook. It'll take you to the textbook page, or this one has a video of our author, the book's author, explaining how to do this problem. If you don't really need the save button. When you've got the save button, you go back to this screen, and then you would end up having to go back and click on number 2. So it's a little bit of a waste of time. So avoid the save button. Everything is automatically saved. See, I had number 1 right, and it's there. Okay, so I want to get out of here, and so I'm going to go click this. Leave this page, yes. Go back to the home page, or the what's new or due page. Quizzes and tests. Here's where you will find your quizzes and your tests. It'll tell you how many minutes. Everything's going to be 45, so it looks like I need to change a few things. And it will be, that's an infinite sign, and so I'm going to change those also to show that it's you have an infinite amount of chances for your quiz. And then let's go back. Here we have a grade book. Your grade book, I don't have very many grades, and they're not very good. But if you'll look at the overall score, it'll give you an average here. It'll show you with a bar chart where your grades fall, and then it'll put your averages here. As you take a test or a quiz, it will pop up here also. And so that is our grade book. So you want to come here, especially after quizzes and tests, to see what your average is. The textbook, let's try this today. It didn't work very well the other day for me. You can come in here and pick by chapter what you want to look at. So we were looking at 2.1 with homework, so we'd go to 2.1, and then the multimedia textbook section. Let's see if I hit. Okay. No, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, it's not going to work for me today. So let's go to the multimedia library. This is a better place anyway. I like it better. Here, you can choose any chapter. So let's look at 2. And we were looking at section 2.1. And I've got choices: animation, videos, and some more video lectures, a PowerPoint, the textbook. I want to select all and find now. This is going to be a great place for you to come when you are having problems. You're going to watch my lecture videos, and then you'll try to do your homework. And with my videos, you can always replay them, look at your notes again, but it may be that you need some extra help, and so this is a great place to come. We've got animation, which is something that's usually a game type of thing where it's interactive, and so here we've got translating word problems, and you would just drag the tiles. It says translate into numbers and symbols. -5. So I'd have to pull the negative and then the 5, minus 3, and it says let A equal the expression. So equals, and then there's my A, and you've got to click and drag it. So I'm on a tablet, like a small laptop, and so I'm having to push the button that's on the that mimics the mouse, and then drag it. And so if you have a mouse, you'll just click on it and drag it. And then I want to check the answer. Correct. This is the equation that can be used to solve this problem. So this is just a little practice. The games change. They're not always the drag and click type. Then you can go to the textbook here. And the textbook will have lots of information. You'll notice a few things. I've copied the pictures here and put it in my video. You want to go to the next page, click next. And you've got lots. It looks exactly like the textbook if you had a paper textbook, except it's got some extra buttons here. You can go to a video.
Let's now represent the quantity.
And this is our author doing a video. Let's see if she's. So there she is with a number line. You've got a button here that says you try it. It gives you an example like a homework problem, so you could try that. And so if I want to go to the next page, more videos, and so anyway, let's go back to where we were and see all the videos that are listed here. We also saw them in this multimedia textbook. So if you just wanted to watch videos, you could come here. Then you've got a PowerPoint. and you've probably seen these before in some of your classes. If you are new to college, you will see quite a few PowerPoints. Let me see if I can get it to open. Takes a while for this to load, so I'm thinking I'll probably watch the videos a little bit faster. And you have to read this to yourself, so you're just going to click on these or click on the down button and it'll move it through. And so, like reading just some short little quick information about what's in the book. And so that's another fun, well, I don't know about fun, but it's a good thing to help you learn PowerPoint. So multimedia library, this is going to be your friend. So get familiar with it and use it. Handouts. Now I've got handouts here, and I'll have these same handouts on Blackboard with under the math class button. So you'll be able to go either place and find the handouts that I'm giving. And so anyway, let's go back to what's new or due. Okay. So remember, I want you to take this little how to enter answers, and then I just kind of play around with this. Become familiar with the gradebook and the multimedia library. And good luck as you get started. I think you will enjoy the homework. You get immediate feedback, tell you if you're right or wrong, and there's help buttons of all sorts so that you can get immediate help also. Okay, my next video is going to be using MyMathLab, and we'll come back to this and we'll get a little bit more in detail of how to do the homework.